Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another video review for Breaking Bad. This time, Breaking Bad Season 5, Episode 2, which is called Madrigal. So at the beginning of this episode, I was kind of, as I was watching it, I was kind of thinking this is kind of like a slower episode. I had a few things that were a little weird. The before the credits scene was really cool, but it was kind of bizarre, too, because we didn't know any of the characters involved or had no idea really what was going on. You just had this weird guy, his name's Schruler, and German, I imagine, and he's just kind of sitting there tasting different like dipping sauces, uh, and then it's just a really weird scene, really bizarre. And then of course, if you guys saw it, he executes himself or commits suicide using this like device, like some kind of like I don't know, electrical device. He's in the bathroom, which I thought was kind of cool too. I mean, that whole scene was kind of fun. Of course, we see the credits after that. It kind of slowed down a bit. We got to see a scene where Walt and Jesse are looking for the ricin cigarette. And I was like, that's just filler. It kind of reminded me of The Fly, even though I liked The Fly thing, a couple seasons ago, when they spent like almost the whole episode looking for this stupid fly, or at least a good portion of the episode. But I thought it was funny. And in this case, I was like, oh, damn it, the rice and cigarette thing again. Who cares? Now, some good acting by Jesse's actor, but at the same time, I was just kind of like, really, we're gonna do this? I was thinking this was going to be a totally just boring episode, but it picks up a lot with Mike and all the scenes that he gets in this episode. He's probably one of my favorite characters in the show. Not like the last couple scenes, like in season 3. You gotta hate him because he's kind of like the bad guy. He's doing what Gus says, and you may have to execute Walt. So at that point, you hate him. But now that Gus is gone and everything that's happened with that, I really like the character. I think he's a very interesting character. He's a lot of fun. He's had some really cool scenes throughout the show where he's just like, going after people and just, shooting people left, right, and center. He's just a very, very fun character. A lot of fun. So I like the scene with him and Hank there in the interrogation room where he's just like, or he's just giving it to him, because he knows all the what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do, and everything just right to the T. He answers all the questions perfectly and everything, and puts his hands out and asks him if he's under arrest or whatever. It's just a really funny scene. I thought it was really cool. He's just such a badass. It's great. Going on from there, let's see. The girl, what's her name? The lady, Lidia. Lydia was just funny too. When he meets her inside the cafe, and she's like all like super anal about everything and super scared and talking about the tea, and she's got to have it like exactly this way, and she's just one of those like super high maintenance bitches, and you just right off the bat like, oh, she's gonna cause some trouble just because she's super anal. It's pretty much guaranteed. Now I love the ending of this episode so much. I thought it was so exciting, especially when Mike is going to Choi's house. And I think his name is Chris. I think that's what he said is there. And so this Lydia lady had paid off Chris to kill Mike and as well as Joy and as many of the other people on the list as he could. And she was going to pay him a lot of money because it's like super worried and got anxiety about the whole situation. So I thought that was great when, just really, really exciting when Mike's walking up and Chris has got the gun at the door, and then you see like the toy, whatever it was, like a bunny or something, or like a teddy bear hanging from it, and then then Mike comes up on the other side, and man, that was just a lot of fun too, and seeing Mike having to shoot him and everything was really really funny as well. I laughed at it. I just thought it was kind of a funny thing. Let's see what else we got here. Right, so then, of course, at the end, so that was all exciting, and then the most exciting scene at the end is where Mike, goes into Lydia's house and grabs her and is ready to shoot her, and man, because like on one hand, you gotta think that he'd be feeling like he feels like he has to do it because he kind of does because she basically tried to put a hit on him, so she was going to do the same thing to him, except she went through with it, and then he ends up can't going through it, but on the flip side, we get some good character development. We get some interesting, her coming in as a character. She'll be a lot of fun, I think, because she's not to be trusted, obviously. And but she should be scared shitless of Mike at this point. So maybe she'll do what he says and listen to him and get them the what is it they're missing? Meth something? I forget. I wrote it down here. Methylamine? Yeah, methylamine, and they don't want to use pseudo. So maybe she'll be the one to provide that. And I mean, I don't even know who she would have been like associated with, like what she would have done for Gus, or maybe if she was associated in some way with that other, like, bigger company, Madrigal. Um, yeah, but definitely the ending I thought was awesome. I was thinking to myself, like, is he going to do it? Is he going to shoot her? And then he ends up not doing it. But anyway, really exciting episode. I loved it. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Thought it was a lot of fun. I love Breaking Bad. I think it's a great show. If you're not watching, definitely got to check it out. And be really excited to see the rest of the season. Now, we only got 6 episodes left, which kind of sucks. I hope they do like something big for the mid-season, or for the season finale for this summer, because it's kind of like a mid-season finale. You know how they're splitting it 8 episodes this summer, 8 episodes next summer. So hopefully they give us some good stuff near the end of this summer, and they'll just make the wait better until the next summer. I mean, I don't expect it to be obviously as good as season 4's finale, where Gus gets blown up by Walt. But something even, somewhat close to that. Also, one thing I forgot about is where Saul mentions to to Walt that he's basically lucked out here. He's won the lottery, so to speak, in beating Gus Fring, and that he should maybe just call it quits. So, yeah, I mean, that he probably should, but at the same time, that wouldn't make a very interesting show. So that wouldn't be a lot of fun. And also, too, I think once you get a taste for the money and stuff like that, like with Walt, like as a teacher, he probably never made that kind of money in his life. Like, he probably would work for 20 years, 30 years to make, what he would have made doing that in like a month. So that's kind of crazy too. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought about the episode. I thought it was a lot of fun, really good, a lot of good Mike scenes, that's for sure. That's it for you guys. See you for the next one later. Peace.